because, as we know, there are known knowns. There are things we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns, the ones we don't know.
Yes, yes, yes. It's the Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio, and you are in tune to Boxing Talk with Raphie. Okay. Funny stuff, funny stuff, funny stuff. I'll get to that in a moment. But first things first, allow me to fix my screen. Hey, hey. Oh, damn, you're cracking me up. You're killing me with jokes. Killing the Raphie with jokes before the show's even started. OMG. Philip Carl Roberts up in the building. Nice and sharpish. Big boys boxing up in here. Okay. Let me fix my screen. Allow me to fix my screen. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? It's complex up in here. It's complex up in here. Is it really? Nah, not really. Boom, boom, boom. There's a lot of buttons to press. There's a lot of buttons to press. I feel like I'm on the... What's going on with... Oh, yes, yes, yes. You gotta start with it. Gotta start with a laugh. Gotta start with a laugh. Neil Simpson UK says, yeah, I don't know anything about any other channels, my friend. I just know about the channels we come over here. You know, like the Big Boys Boxing, like the Iron Kong. Who else? Yeah. Like the... Who else comes over here? Come on, like the what do you call it? Come on, the Fight Doctor. We got James who comes over here sometime. We got a bunch of people who come over here. But I don't know anything about any channels who don't come over here, my friend. Sorry. Can't help you with that one. Okay. So, where are we? Where are we? Okay. You got the thumbnail up there. We're talking about a bunch of things. Wolipa things, Krokosbaga things. Loads of things, mate. Loads. That means loads. Okay, but first things first. Oh, Lord. Come on now. Killing me with that shiznix. Let's do the sound check. Let's see what's happening. Oh, Lord. Come on now. Killing me with that shiznix. Talking about a bunch of things. Okay, that seems... Loads of things, mate. Loads. Okay. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. So, yeah, don't know about it, not concerned with it. So let's get that on up out of here. Let's stay focused and on track. Yeah, okay. So, where are we? Let's get back on track. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Okay. So where are we? Right. So talking about a bunch of things. I'll do the name call, do the roll call in a second. But first things first, we're talking about Belanga roads. We're talking about Progress, Regis Progress versus what's his name? The Irishman, Tyrone McKenna. Fight. What was that? Saturday. When did I watch that? I feel like it was kind of earlier in the day. Happened over in Dubai. And ironically, their time is kind of synced with ours. So it was a good time. It's kind of early evening, if I recall correctly. We're looking at, what's that there? Sonny Edwards versus Wasim. And a couple of other things. What we're talking about here? We're talking about Thor versus Eddie Hall. Well, it's kind of boxing, but they're not, but kind of boxing. I tell you what, that fight was better than some professional fights I've watched. I don't want to hear no complaining. Okay. And I'm going to have to touch on the Charlo thing. Everybody's talked about it. Everybody's talking about it. I really wasn't going to talk about it, but since everybody's talking about it, you probably want my take on it. I'll give you my take on it. I think I've spoken about PBC Island before. Ain't nothing changed. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, let's go into the chat. I'm first and you are late. Correct. Well, who's to say Raphie was late, though? You know, I said what time it was starting. I didn't say what time zone. Come on now. I didn't mention the time zone. Cut Raphie a little bit of slack. Okay. Just watch Scott versus Kartinov. Scott must have gotten paid a pretty penny to be coaxed into another biting. And let me do something right now. Let me go over into Twitter. How long we've been rolling? Okay. Let's go over to Twitter. The Twitter universe. Boom. All right. What we got here? Okay. So let us stop sharing that and start sharing this. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. This is not a recording. This is live. Okay. What we're looking at here. She can't take anymore, Captain. She can't take anymore. Okay, so let's talk. Don't worry, folks. We're gonna do the roll call, but in the meantime, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. The Raphie is fully fueled and ready to go. Okay. Where are we? Let's line this up. Okay, you're looking at Malik Scott versus Kartinov. Sergey Kartinov. Where are we? 9. Is that much of a delay? Okay, I see. I'm in the right place now. And there's a little bit of story behind this. Warp drive activated. What we got going on here? What we got going on here? Yes, yes, yes. Audi TT up in the building. How you doing, Audi TT? Already shouted out Philip Carl Roberts, the big boys boxing. So we're going, continuing on down the list. Leon Figures. How you doing, Leon? Up in the building. What we got here? What we got here? Sonny. Sergey Kartinov is one tough SOB. He also beat 46-year-old Danny Williams. OMG. Okay, Sergey Kartinov. Okay, let me tell you what I know about Sergey Kartinov. We see lying on the canvas right there. We're gonna give you some clips of this shiznix. Okay, so Sergey Kartinov, MMA. I call him an MMA legend. I wouldn't say he's an MMA legend, but he is a very experienced MMA fighter. Russian cat, tough as old boots. Let me just have a look at some of these. Have a look at some of this fight here. Hold on a second. Let me put the banner up. Scott. Malik Scott. Dropped by MMA guy. How you like that? Should pick me up. Pick me up. Some newspapers should pick me up. Look at that for headlines. Okay. Let's have a look. Why can't I highlight it? When we get a super chat? Why can't we highlight it when we get a super chat? Why is that? Okay. Nonetheless. Okay. Mr. Dawkins has Mank Warren let down Joe Joyce. Should he unlace the gloves? Dang. I don't even know what's going on with Frank Warren. Enlighten me. What's Frank Warren been up to now? What are you saying? What's he done to Joe Joyce? What's happened there? What's happened with Joe Joyce? Are we going back in time to the Triple D fight? What have I missed? Enlighten me. Okay. But in the meantime, okay, so that's the super chat from Audi alias TT. Much appreciation for the support. It all counts. Much appreciation. Go over here. Oh, I can highlight it. Who said I couldn't highlight? I was in the wrong damn window. Okay, there you go. I was wondering what the hell was going on. Why I can't highlight the damn thing. Okay, so what's this? Frank Warren lists the purse bid for Triple D. He lists the purse bid for Triple D. I'm missing a lot of shizzle here. Is Joyce with Warren? Joyce has been with Warren from time. He was with Warren when they had the Triple D fight, Philip Carl Roberts. He's been with Warren from time. Don King is slippery. Frank Warren will need to be on his P's and Q's to ensure Triple D is not shafted. Yep, absolutely, 100%. But they've worked together before. Frank Warren's worked with Don King before. I remember back in the 80s? Or was it the 90s when he was working? They formed a kind of alliance. an unholy alliance. I think it ended with Mike Tyson punching Frank Warren in the eye, punching him in his eye, punching him in his eyeball. Don't know if it was the left one or the right one. Couldn't tell you that. Frank Warren probably learned a thing or two from him himself. You know? What has happened to Joe Joyce? Well, Joe Joyce is coming off an injury. So whatever happens, Joe Joyce needs a warm-up fight. He said so himself. It's on tracks. It's on wax. I got it somewhere. And in comes the Kent S with another super chat. Yes. RDC are up in the building, and big up the chat. Big up to the Kent S. Thanks for the support. I thought he left Warren. Nah, mate. Nah. He's in contract with Warren. Joyce is in contract with Warren. He ain't going nowhere. Now, if you try to leave Frank Warren, you end up in court, tied up in court, and get your pants pulled down and get spanked in front of the jury. It ain't pretty. If you try to leave Frank. That was a messy divorce. When you get punched in the eye, it's a messy divorce. When you get punched in the eye by Mike Tyson, it ain't a good day. Warren's already complained about King's antics with the purse bids. OMG. Why am I not surprised? Mr. Dawkins, will AJ be the warm up for George? Audi TT is on form tonight. He's on form tonight. He ain't ramping. He ain't skin teething. Okay. Oh. It's on my mind. So I better say it before I forget it. So check it out. When you come over to the RDCR, the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio, whether it be boxing talk with Raphie or whether it be in a video or whatever type of media I choose or see fit to release, remember this. The Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio, I talk about whatever comes to mind. Whatever comes to mind, whether it be boxing, whether it be MMA, whether it be kickboxing. Hey, I might even throw up some wrestling and some judo stuff from time to time. Ultimately, what I'm saying is I talk about whatever is on my mind. Yeah, I sort of comment in the last live, in the previous lives. I get to boxing. Hey, I get to whatever I want to get to when I want to get to it. That's the beauty of the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. Okay, just saying, just so people know. The regulars already know, but some people don't know. But now you know. What's this here? Gonna talk about Logan Paul at WrestleMania. Yeah, I was never into the WWF. Saw little clips of it, but I was never really into it. I was into the good old British boxing, small halls, no pyrotechnics. You know, the most pyrotechnics you got is if somebody let off a firework in the damn place. It was in small school halls with them wooden school chairs. You know, the wooden seat and the wooden back and the metal frame. Yeah, it was in them. And you had old ladies with blue rinse and pink rinses sitting at the front, hitting the wrestlers with their handbags as they went past. You already know. Some of you already know about my run-in with Big Daddy. It wasn't Big Daddy. What's his name? It was Giant Haystacks. You already know about Raphie's run-in with Giant Haystacks when I was up in the club. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. Okay. What's going on here? Let me run through some of these tracks before, some of these comments before, and then get straight into it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Only fighters who get to walk away from Queensbury are those under the protection of MTK Global. OMG. Yeah, over there in Dubai. Okay, what's this here? Eddie said AJ versus Usyk could happen in June. Yeah, I saw a headline, but I didn't click on it. Yeah, thanks for that. I knew something was going on. I saw a headline saying that it could happen. Maybe there won't be an interim needed, but I think you got to have an interim lined up. Hold on a second. Wasn't there some kind of Instagram post saying news soon come? AJ news soon come. Maybe I'll check that in a little while. And he says a lot and delivers 50%. Okay, let's get into this shiznix. Okay, so this happened. Where the hell this happened? I don't know. But I saw an article. I read an article. Wait, hold on. Didn't I have the article? Didn't I send the article to myself? Can I print that up? Let's go. Let's pull up the article. Uh-oh. Did I forget to send it to myself? Uh-oh. That's strange. Here it is. I did send it to myself. It's there. Okay, so do I even bring that up or do I just talk about it? Actually, let's bring it up. Let's stop sharing that for a while. Share screen. Boom. 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 3 steps. It's a 3-step process. What's going on? Are we sharing? Yeah, we're sharing. Okay. So let's check it out. Ex-president of the United States forbade the American to fight with Kartinov, the American. Okay. I don't think this is written by English-speaking people with English as their first language. I read this through. It was a bit sketchy with the grammar, but okay. But I still appreciate the news, so I can share it with you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, hit all the good buttons. If you want to hit the super chat button, it's all good. Okay. So, promoter Vladimir. Is everybody in Russia called Vladimir? Is that the equivalent? Is that the equivalent in Russia as John? That seems like the John of Russia. Promoter Vladimir Krasunov said the MMA heavyweight Sergei Kartinov was originally supposed to hold a boxing match against former WBC world champion Bermain Stavern. OMG. Bringing you the news. Okay. Damn, that's a little bit small. Can you even see it? But let's crack on. Bring it up a little notch. Okay. So it was Bermain Stavern who was supposed to be up in that ring, not the American Malik Scott. So on the eve of Kartinov, on the eve of the duel, it's poorly written, folks. I'm gonna have to paraphrase. On the eve of the fight, the eve of the 6-round duel, the American Malik Scott stepped in. Okay, so Malik Scott, people are talking about how come this thing wasn't advertised, how come we didn't know nothing, how come we didn't see nothing, how come we didn't hear nothing that Malik Scott was supposed to be fighting. Well, the reason for that is because he wasn't. Bermain Stavern was supposed to be fighting. Let me tell you about that bit. Okay, so let's crack on with the story. So, the fight with Bermain Stavern was being prepared. A contract was signed with his promoter, Don King. Okay. And then what happened was that even posters were made. Apparently, it says the article would remain stubborn, but circumstances came. And Don King says Donald Trump called me and said, do not do this. Okay, so Don King apparently got a call from Donald Trump and said, don't do this. Okay, you'll know that there's a kind of embargo against Russian products, Russian fighters going on right about now. Some people are honoring the embargo, but apparently Malik Scott did not. The article says, thanks to Malik Scott for ignoring this then. I'm paraphrasing because it's not written by an English speaker or someone with English as their first language. Poorly written, but we still appreciate the article nonetheless. Thanks to Malik Scott for overlooking this. He arrived. This is an incredible miracle. In today's conditions, says the Russian Vladimir Kroinov. Okay, so seeing the fight being shown, but we haven't got the backstory. I haven't heard the backstory. Well, now you have it. It was supposed to be Bermain Stavern, and Donald Trump forbade Don King from sending over Bermain Stavern to fight the Russian Sergei Kartinov. Okay, folks. So you got the backstory now, probably for the first time, courtesy of the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Okay, let's scroll down this a little bit. 70% of children born in Russia in 2021 were named Vladimir. And that was just the girls. I don't know if I trust that source there. Toad. Very funny. Highly hilarious. Damn. Okay. Damn. The chat is on heat. Let's get that out of here. Let's drop this down. I don't think we need that article now, Mao. Let's line up the fight. Where is it? There ain't it. Is that it? Yeah. That's it. Okay. Now we're looking. Let's have a look at some of these comments. Well, as a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let's just get through with this fight. And then have a look at some of the comments. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so Malik Scott, the late standing. Okay, let's kill the volume. Kill the noise. Uh-oh. Woo. 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 Those hands like lightning. What's going on? Some Bruce Lee speed there. What's going on? Left hook to the throat there. Oh, one to the elbow, and Kartinov drops. That reminds me of the punch that was it Luis Ortiz? Luis Ortiz threw on the hook that Luis Ortiz threw on Flores' elbow. Is that his name? Flores, the heavyweight. Had his purse withheld for a while. It looked kind of suspicious. That was kind of similar. Landed on the elbow to Mike. Wow. Punched him on the elbow. And the man dropped. Wow. OMG. So what's going on here? Loma is staying. We need to wait and see if Usyk is staying. Yeah, they need to organize a standing. They need to get a standing lined up. You can't just keep waiting. Time keeps on ticking. Time waits for no man. Okay. Let's continue on. Let's continue on. Okay. Oh, so he's at the end in the war in the Ukraine, is he? Loma reportedly turned down the bout, so Haney has been sent an offer, as per Mike Coppinger, quoting Lou DiBella. Damn. Sergey could be the Russian John too. Sergey, yeah, there's a lot of Sergeys. Yeah. That's funny. Okay. Martinez Warrington, good fight, very good fight. Very good fight. I have Warrington for the win with the home field advantage. Yep, it was supposed to be Bermain Stavern. War of attrition. Kiko Martinez. Yeah, Kiko Martinez. Warrington should win that one. But then Martinez knocked out Kid Galahad. Warrington couldn't do that. Interesting. Damn. Had a good session in the gym today. Kind of makes one thirsty. Need to hydrate. Okay. He will try to monster Warrington like Lara did in the first bout. He ain't no Lara though. He ain't no Lara. You know, it's not just about the dog, it's about the power. It's about the power. Lara, different kettle of fish. Heavier handed, heavier fists. But hey, Martinez is a world champion now. He's gonna look to hold on to that. You know, got to give him a pep in his step. There's no question about it. What? Dang. A Dari pennant. Don King has won the purse bid for Daniel Dubois versus Trevor Bryan. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So get ready for a whole load of games. Get ready for a whole load of games. Well, apparently he's won the purse bid. I'm being told that Don King won the purse bid. Damn. Fight of the Year candidate. Which one? Oh, this one. Okay, let's crack on. Let's crack on with this. Boom. Touching up that body there. Touching up that midsection. Jeez, how old is the ref? OMG. Dang. Dang. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. Uppercut. And right through the guard. Malik is down. Malik King Scott is down. OMG, look at the crowds. Look at the crowds. All the guys, the TV people, dang. What the hell's going on there? What the hell's going on? What promotion was this? Who the hell was the promoter? Okay. Oh, dear. What kind of punches were they? Honestly, it looked like there was no power in that whatsoever. I don't know. Was this fight legit? Was this fight on the up and up? Okay. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. Duncan get that kind of blow. Uh-oh. He's going to need to be in way better shape. Way better shape. Ginger beer. No, it's not ginger beer. Some black currant and apple. Black currant and apple. Where are we? If you can see that, there you go. Can you see that? You see that picture? That, yeah, it's good. It's nice and cold. Nice and cold. Not really too much into the carbonated drinks. Just every once in a while. Let's have a look. Call me pessimistic, but I see two boxers not getting paid in full. Damn. I think Frank Warren's going to insist. I think Frank Warren's going to be very highly insistent. Some question marks. Don King mistakenly put in a 3.1 million bid instead of a 310K. Okay. Could it be Mob Boss Aram? Damn, a lot of slander going on. I just like to remind viewers and listeners that the views expressed in the chat and those of the panelists in no way reflect the views of Raphael Dawkins himself. Okay. Let's have a look at that. What was I thinking? Okay, let's pin that. Just in case I forgot to put it up in the first place. There it is. Okay. 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 Let's have a look, see what people are saying. WWE more convincing. This is my northern voice for my northern listeners. No mas took a knee real quick, like real smooth, like. Yeah, was that fight suspect? Was that fight suspect? Yeah, put the money in escrow. Put the money in escrow. Of course it's legit. Just 2 low-level sandbags. OMG. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Frank was in partnership, with some kind of partnership with Dunn. Anyway, Frank ain't no angel himself. So maybe it's Dunn who's got to look out for Frank. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There might be 2 peas in a pod. And one is already hinting at not paying White after he's not. Oh, yeah. Or is it allegedly some kind of breach of contract? Well, show me the paragraph. Show me the paragraph, Frank. Yep. I guess Frank couldn't bid a decent amount without Bob and MTK to back him up. Plus he's already on the hook for 41 million. Yeah, well, 41 million, you know, it's a co-promotion. It's officially a co-promotion between Queensbury Promotions and Top Rank. And I think really, you know, Top Rank are the money men. Top Rank are the money man. I think they just got Frank there as the front man for the thing. That's the way I see it. I think Frank is the front man on this one. But he certainly ain't the money man. He ain't the money man. Well, it looks happy with the decision. Probably got his best payday in donkeys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, Malik looks delighted. Something weird going on. Damn. The chat is on fire. On fire. Frank Sanchez versus Emmy Ohio. Next. Really? Emmy Ohio. Frank Sanchez. Really? What's Emmy Ohio's ranking? Dari, what's Emmy Ohio's ranking? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good suggestion. Bare minimum. Yeah, Frank. Oh, Frank. Oh, Frank. Frank's full of it. Okay, so Malik Scott lost. I don't know what else I can tell you. There's a late replacement for Bermain Stavern. So all I can say is, looks a bit suspect. Was that suspect? Looked a bit suspect on mine. Okay. Dropped and beat by the MMA guy. Let's take down the banner. Don't need that no more. Let's get rid of it. Okay. As we move, as we proceed to give you what you need. Okay. Let's talk about Berlanga. Let's talk about Berlanga and what's his name? Rolls. Berlanga and Rolls. What is that there? Let's drop this down a little bit. Berlanga Am I able to take a risk with any of this Balanga stuff? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to take a risk. Okay, let me just pull something up though. Let me just pull. What is it? Balanga rolls. Balanga rolls. I'm looking for Balanga rolls. Balanga rolls. Oh, okay. Is this it? Nah, that's not it. Balanga rolls. Come on, what's going on? They're giving me all kinds of options, showing me all kinds of things, but they ain't showing me Balanga rolls. Let me just scroll down just a little. Is it? Nope. This is quite bizarre. Okay, this is Balanga rolls, but is it going to give me any of the fight? Seeing the walk-in. The walk-in's nice, but yeah. Are we going to get any of the fight itself? Balanga rolls. Where is it? Okay, I see what they're doing. They're showing everything but the fight itself. They're showing everything. Damn. Have you seen his? Damn. Have you seen his? Have you seen his lady? I think we should pay our respects. Ooh, I think we should pay our respects. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh, shame. Oh, what's going on? What are we seeing here? Hold on, gents. Give me a second. Kill the noise. Kill the noise. Damn. No wonder he underperformed. No wonder he underperformed. No wonder he didn't have his legs under him. Big boys boxing. What the hell is this that I'm seeing before me? Sapped his energy. Sapped his energy. Big boys boxing is muted. Iron Kong. No wonder. No wonder the kid had no energy.
Is this the same reason why Wilder had no energy in the first fight?
Same damn reason.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Same damn reason. I hadn't seen this piece of evidence before.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you the reason why Balanga didn't have no legs. His performance was so under par. I present to you Exhibit A. Goodness gracious. My word.
Boy,
My word.
The boy had a lot on his mind, a lot to deal with.
Leon Figure says she drained him.
Whoa. Hold on now. Let's have some parliamentary procedure.
Parliamentary procedure. She took the man's legs. She took the man's legs from beneath him. Cool, blimey. The Iron Kong, do you have any alternative theory? Because I think this Exhibit A is quite strong.
Nah, I just think Balanga is just not a good fighter at this point in his career. I think Balanga is pretty much more into the hype that surrounds him. He's believing all the foolishness around him, hanging with the terror squad, Fat Joe and them. You know, he the next Puerto Rican, this and that, blah, 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 and all that. So he just believes his own hype. But however, this piece of damning evidence that we see before us here.
Damning evidence.
Scotland Yard, dead to rights.
Bang to rights.
This might be
Raphie once again, Raphie unveils unveils the truth. Raphie gets to the bottom of the mystery. Hypothetically, theoretically. Let's see what the big boys boxing. You see the evidence before you. Oh gosh, what happened? What did I do? Bring it back. Bring it back. Where is it? There is it. Big boys boxing now in some technical difficulties. We're gonna bear with him. We're gonna bear with him because this is some serious evidence.
I saw someone suggest on Twitter that Berlanga fight Gongora. I'm like, y'all want Gongora to beat up this kid? What's wrong with y'all? Carlos Gongora would beat up Edgar Berlanga. Stop.
Yeah. Must be somebody who don't like him. Must be somebody who don't like him. But yeah, the evidence is there before you. Bring him back. OMG. Raphie's dehydrated. I'm just chugging this down. Bring her back. As they say up north, that's a nice bit of stuff. Nice bit of stuff. She's top shelf. Goodness gracious. Okay, we're gonna Big Boys Boxing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? He's there. Big Boys Boxing is there. Just gonna let him sort out his audio, and we're gonna go a little bit further into. Damn, was that a little jug? What was that? Must be a little. Okay. I see how you're living. Edgar Berlanga. I see how you're moving out here. What the hell? Did somebody just get in the way? Goodness me. Okay, we're seeing the evidence right there. It's clear. Look at the silhouette. Silhouette. Cal L up in the building. Salute to the Combat Radio Nation. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Hit that.
Y'all got this kind of caliber up there in Birmingham?
Yeah. I have to say yeah. I have to say yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is the correct answer. It is the correct answer. Big Boys Boxing. Dang. Big Boys Boxing is having some technical difficulties there. I don't know if it's because the room steamed up because of this exhibit A.
Leon Figure said she's a lights on type of woman. Hey, yo.
Hey, dang. Well, still, dim the lights though. Dim the lights.
The blood clot, me want to see everything.
Well, you could have one of them coal miners hats on, with the light. The spotlight. What is this here? Toothpick by Brummy standards? Get the hell out of here, Tone.
You saying Birmingham was some fat man? I was story this.
Get the hell out of here, Tone. You know
Plenty mampy in a Birmingham.
Kong's already gone through his mampy stage. Come on, Tone.
Plenty mampy in a Birmingham. I just want Dina to know I would never cheat on you. This is just talk between me and Raphie, bants, as the UK people would say.
Yes.
That's all. Dina, you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, so don't nobody try clipping this and sending it to Dina. Try and sabotage. No saboteurs allowed, please.
And we still have to take that walk through Sherwood Forest.
Okay, so we found out Berlanga. So Berlanga, I'll tell you what I feel about Berlanga. When I heard he was fighting Rose, Rolls, I thought it was a mistake because Rolls was in there with Triple G. Yeah, Triple G some trouble. Yeah, Triple G finished him because Rolls was leagues below him. But Rolls showed me that he had some skills. He had some smarts. And Edgar Balanga, how disrespectful. Let's take the exhibit A back a little bit. Edward Balanga, he ain't the slickest. He ain't the slickest. He got spoiled with those, 13 knockouts in the first round in his first 13 fights, something like that. Don't quote me on that. And that kind of hurt him because it's only really now in his last 3 fights he's actually learning the game properly. He's learning the game now. People ain't going over. I knew Rolls wasn't going to go over. Rolls has had a couple of nice paydays now. Rolls reminds me of a bit like Leigh Wood. Leigh Wood's 33? Something like 33, coming on 34. And it's only his last couple of fights, last 2 or 3 fights where he's made big money at the end of his career. And that can rejuvenate a guy. He's been fighting since he was 10. So what, 24 years, 23 years? Talking about Leigh Woods. He's fighting for 23 years and then all of a sudden, boom, he hits the big time. He starts making money, but his guy's feet on the ground because he's been seasoned the most. So now he's coming to some nice money. I'm not suggesting the money Steve Rolls got is as nice as the money that Leigh Woods got. I know it wasn't because Leigh Woods now is touching a millionaire. He's touching a millionaire. Allegedly got $800,000 for his last fight. So now all of a sudden, in the twilight of his career, starts earning big checks, nice checks. And Steve Rolls, similar vein, earning nice checks all of a sudden. That's going to take 5 years off you. You're going to feel rejuvenated. You're going to go, yes, at last I'm getting my due. Getting some nice checks now, finally. And so, yeah. So I knew Steve Rolls, or I anticipated that Steve Rolls would come with his bag of tricks. He would come with his elusiveness, but he came with more than that, Iron Kong. He was attacking Balanga.
Balanga looked like he was shocked, like, oh, you know, you're not gonna lay down for me? You're not gonna let me punch you? You know, he looked shocked. He looked like, oh, you're actually hitting me back? Oh, you're not. Oh, you didn't buy my hype then. You don't know that I'm with Fat Joe and them. Listen, man. This is the dangers of overhyping these young guys too soon and just making them out to be something that they're not.
Yeah.
You know, now he has a tough fight, which he needs. All young people needs adversity. He needs this type of fights. He can't just run through every. No, he has this adversity. You've already pumped up his mind with all kind of nonsense, and he can't deal with it now. So let's see how he deals with it. I don't see nothing wrong with him having adversity because I didn't think he was what they said he was in the first place. You know?
Yeah. Big boys boxing. Can you hear me? No? Dame. Okay. So you can't hear big boys boxing. I don't know what the hell's going on. What's this here? Balanga only got one gear, said Rolls. Was running all night like he wants opponents to stand still and let him hit him. What do you mean? I heard him say that in the post-fight interview. Oh, he wasn't training for somebody who was going to move. In his previous fights, he was just standing still. But he was moving tonight. What the hell are you talking about? We weren't training for somebody who was going to move. What the hell are you talking about? We weren't training for somebody who was going to move.
He was supposed to stand there, Raphie.
Say that again?
He was supposed to stand there.
Madness. Complete and utter madness.
Why you ain't standing still? Let me hit you.
Yeah. What kind of nonsense is that? It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
What happened? Big Boss Boxing can't get his mic together? What's
Can't
that?
get in. I mean, he's in, but we can't hear him. We can't hear him. He's not
Big
muted.
Boss, we want the lowdown on Hemi Ahio.
Yeah. We want that. But
You know,
anyway,
you're a Kiwi correspondent.
Kiwi correspondent. Okay, so we're gonna come out to that. I'm afraid I don't know the lady's name. We're gonna take one last look. And we're coming out to that. And let me have a look at the thumbnail. Okay, say goodbye to the lady, everybody. Say goodbye to the lady. Goodbye, lady. The next training camp, she's gonna have to come out. She's gonna have to move away from Edgar. She's gonna have to come away from Edgar, and she's gonna have to come to Dawkins Towers just to make sure that Edgar can have a peak performance. She can't be anywhere near Edgar. In fact, she just come out of the country altogether. Stay at Dawkins Towers for the duration of the training camp. So that's 12 weeks. And Edgar should be full of energy for his next fight. If they take
Hearing me now, lads?
Hey. Big Boys Boxing finally makes it when I say I'm going to bring this clip down. Is that a coincidence? Big Boys Boxing, how you doing?
Not bad. Oh, new phone, and I can hear Raphie when I'm in there, and I can't speak, but I can't hear Kong in there. I don't know what's going on. Everything's
You're
loud.
not hearing me?
I can hear you now. I'm on my PC though.
Oh, so you had to go to your PC. You got to your PC.
Weird.
So yeah, good to have you up in here, Big Boys Boxing. You want to talk to me about Edward? Did you see the fight, Edgar Berlanga versus Steve Rose?
Steve Rose, yeah, I watched it. Wasn't impressed, to say the least. But never have been with Edward Berlanga. He needs a jab, man.
Yeah.
And he needs, he cuts off the ring okay, but then he's not keeping the guy where he needs to be with a jab or, or a hook to the side that the guy's going to. He needs to get a decent trainer or something. There's something not right with that kid.
Well, he's got a bunch of them. He's got Kay Karoma. He's got Rosado. He's got Rosado, who's a damn seasoned trainer. So he's got two good trainers there.
Rozier.
Yeah.
That's Danny Jacobs' trainer, right?
Yeah.
Is he one of these guys who you just can't train because he doesn't listen? Something because.
Well, I think it's because in his first fight he was knocking everybody out. So now he sets his feet in a particular way. Now he sets his feet to get the knockout for power punches. But he doesn't appear to acknowledge the need for finesse. For a little double jab, double tap, and then a right down the barrel. He doesn't seem to. The subtle nuances. He doesn't seem to embrace the subtle nuances because he's a power guy, because he's been powering people out of there. But now it comes time for, and that's his dad as well. That might be a problem because he's got three trainers. He's got Kay Karoma, he's got Razad, and his dad as well. His dad's a trainer too. So is it a case of too many cooks spoiling the broth? Too many trainers? Is it a case of too many cooks spoiling the broth? I put it to you.
Could be, man. Yeah. Definitely could be. But at the same time, I would have thought that he would have learned a bit of a lesson after getting put down in his was it his last fight?
Was
having a bit of a rough time?
Yeah. I think it was. He got dropped. So,
yeah, we're supposed to see some improvements with regard to technique and defense and setting up his shots rather than just going for the big Hail Mary.
Yeah.
But we didn't see that. Did he underestimate Steve Rose, maybe? I mean, Steve Rose is a decent boxer, but he can't punch for peanuts.
Punch for Toffee. Can't punch for Toffee. Can't punch. He was a lot smaller. It's in the weight class below. But yet still he gave Berlanga But that was an even fight to me.
Well, I had it 6-4.
For Balanga.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
nothing
It was
spectacular.
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything more than 6-4, to be honest. I think that was maybe being a bit generous. I thought maybe 7-3 was probably closer, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Rolls was landing plenty of shots, just nothing too substantial is all.
Yeah, but to me, to be honest with you, I think for the majority of the fight, Rolls was the guy. Rolls, I don't know. I'd have to watch it again, but I'm not going to watch it again. But Rolls was in no way overawed by Balanga, in my view, and he was putting it on him at times. Rolls was the more dynamic of the two.
See, Belanga's corner, we're telling him for the first 3 rounds, he's just scared. He was just boxing, man. That's all.
He was just boxing, and I think that some of those rounds went away. Some of those rounds could easily have, slipped away from Balanga. I mean, I didn't score the fight, so I can't say which rounds, and I couldn't give you a score for the fight. Why didn't I score it? Maybe I thought Balanga would catch up to him late in the fight, finish him. But I don't think many people saw that going the full distance. I can't.
Balanga ain't that good, bro. I don't care how much trainers he have. That kid gotta get off all the social media hype and all this other stuff and pay attention to boxing. Okay, you ain't who they say you are yet. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I don't have nothing as much to say about Balanga. He's just another Nico Walsh to me. That's all.
Let's have a look as we move on. You just Progress versus Tyrone McKenna. Tyrone McKenna.
I'm glad you're bringing this up because I got questions for you about this McKenna fella.
You got questions about McKenna, but interestingly, I've typed that in, and Sonny Edwards has come up instead. Oh, we got it. We're good. We're in good shape. Okay. But let's get some fight footage though. Are we gonna get it? Not particularly bothered. I'm not particularly bothered. We don't have to get it, but I mean, damn. I mean, it's indicative of how much press this fight got that we can't even hold on. Didn't I do a video on this? Didn't I do a video on this? Yes, I did. Okay. So did you see the fight, Iron Kong? Did you see the fight?
Aside on a dodgy stream. But I got questions. This Tyrone McKenna fella.
Yeah, I don't know him.
How did he manage to get a fight with Regis Progress? That guy looked like he had absolutely he didn't have any moments in that fight. None.
He did in the 5th round. He did. He had a little moment. Yeah, he had a little moment in the 5th round.
Really?
It was a little moment. It wasn't a last moment. It wasn't a long moment. It was a short moment.
Okay.
Well, that was the moment he started trying to actually fight, and that's when he started leaving himself open a bit more, and that's when he pretty much started losing the fight. He tried.
Yeah. He kind of tried to give it a go, and that was his downfall. Regis Progress. Now let me just bring him up. PROGRAIS. I know that's how it's spelled. Active Fighters. Pro Boxer. Now go. Because I know that's exactly how it's spelled. So don't tell me I'm spelling it wrong. Tyrone McKenna.
McKenna
22.
basically only got that fight because he beat O'Hara Davis a couple of fights ago. That's the only reason he got the fight, and it was only a majority decision.
Who beat O'Hara Davis?
Tyrone.
Oh no, sorry, Tyrone McKenna beat O'Hara Davis.
Man, O'Hara is falling on some hard time. That dude is gone. No, if this guy McKenna beat you, because McKenna don't look like.
McKenna, 22 fights, 3 losses, 1 via KO. Career debuted in 2008. Is that right?
Sorry, I got that wrong. He lost to O'Hara Davis with a majority decision over 10, so it was close.
Oh.
That's the one that got him the fight, pretty much.
Damn right. This dude cannot beat O'Hara. He don't look good at all.
Hold on. Losing to O'Hara got him this fight?
He lost to O'Hara Davis over 10 rounds. When was the fight? It was
2020.
Yeah. 2020 in September.
Lost to O'Hara. Then he won against Jose Felix. Unanimous decision, Falls Park, Belfast. Okay. Yeah. Well,
you'd be hard pressed to find anyone else on this record that you'd recognize.
That's what I was trying to do. Yeah. Well, hey, let's be happy for him. He got a payday. But
you got a payday and a good flogging out of it.
Yeah.
Was it a final eliminator of any sort?
I
don't imagine it would be because McKenna wasn't ranked high enough, I guess.
It was a final. It was though. For the WBC. I think it's a WBC final eliminator.
Oh my God.
Sweet. Well, at least we're going to see Prograis in a high grade fight. He deserves to be in a title fight.
He was calling Catterall after the fight.
Yeah.
That's a good fight.
That's a good fight. I think Catterall should strike while the iron is hot. Because the WBO didn't even give him the immediate shot after. They downgraded him.
Wow.
And gave somebody else the immediate shot at the WBO belt. So don't, in my opinion, don't wait around for no title shots because you're not going to get one. Just fight Prograis. Fight the biggest fight you can get. That's Regis Prograis.
What if he loses?
He loses. What is he going to do? Sit there and fight, go backwards?
One issue, though, Cattrall's just signed with Probellum, isn't he? So they're both Probellum fighters.
Wow.
I think they'd probably try and maneuver them both to title shots and then do a unification between the two down the line. So I think Cattrall would be better off going for an IBF or a WBA, applying for a final eliminator of some sort.
Yeah, what I'm saying is go for right now. What I'm saying to Cattrall is try and go for the highest ranked, easiest opponent you can get. Because Prograis that's gonna be a tough fight.
And Prograis is not going to be easy for anybody.
Yeah,
at that weight, no way.
It's not going to be easy. That's going to be a tough fight. I'm saying to Cattrall, go for the highest ranked, easiest guy that you can get. Nobody's going to be easy at them high ranks, but Prograis. Once again, we've got a battle of the southpaws. Both of them are southpaws. If I'm Cattrall's manager, I'm saying, oh damn, we got to fight this guy. I'm not saying Cattrall can't beat him. Not saying that, but
I'll say it.
Yeah, Catterall can't be Prograis, but that's the biggest fight he can get right now. But if he wants to prolong his Probellum career, I guess they're gonna give him some meatballs or something. I mean, they don't have no problem losing money because they fought these fights in front of 50 people, including the custodians in the stadium. I don't know where these people were.
But yet they're getting paid. They're with Probellum.
No doubt about it. And I don't have no issue with that. Pay the people. It could be 10 people watching you. As long as that check clear, it's all good, bro.
Beating his gums on social media got him this fight. Damn. Well, he got some kind of bag. Got some kind of bag for that. So it worked. Let's have a look.
This is too.
Say again.
Got him some stitches too.
Stitches will heal. The stitches will heal, and the money will still be in the bank. Hopefully, if he's sensible.
If he's sensible.
If he's sensible, let's hope he moves sensible with that Mo Knight. Gabe Rosado, nah, man. He's gonna bury Berlanga.
Yeah, but people that's the fight I saw people saying, "Oh, he should fight Gabe Rosado."
Wow.
After this fight, I was like, "Yeah," and then there was like Gongora. I'm like, bro, they need to step Berlanga all the way back, like how they step back. What's that boy name? Ricky Hatton boy. Step him back, him all the way back. But you see, it's hard because they want to push Bolanga in New York.
Yeah.
And the Puerto Rican, type thing. But if they're really serious about him, they would step him back and allow him to grow. But when you hype somebody so much,
it's hard to get the jack in the box once,
That's right.
The box is popped, or however you want to term it, however you want to word that. She's Biz up in the building. Need more heavyweight fights in boxing, says Adari Pennant. Hey, we got one coming up in a month or so. We got a real big one. But I ain't really talking about him tonight.
What were you mentioning about Hemia Hio there, Cole?
Somebody said he was fighting.
Somebody said they would like to see Hemi Ohio fight Frank Sanchez, Big Boys Boxing. Talk about Hemi Ohio. Yeah.
Who is Hemi, for starters? He's a 6 foot tall heavyweight from New Zealand, unbeaten. He's actually right now, I believe he is I think it's called the Middle Eastern Heavyweight Champion. It's a new belt for the WBC. He's an all-action fighter. He's one of those guys who's going to get taken out or take him out. There's only a couple of fights that have gone the distance.
Is he ready for Frank Sanchez? As Adari Pennant implies?
Frank Sanchez would beat the snot out of him. He'd keep him at range and
that's right.
4-inch height advantage. But if he let Hemi inside it all, there could be some real trouble because he's dynamite inside. If anybody wanted to go and look up Hemi Hio, there's a couple of good fights on YouTube. One of them was on the Billy Dib Amir Khan card. And who was that against? Another unbeaten fighter. I can't remember their name. It only went one round though. It was awesome.
Yeah. I get you. So Hemi, you don't feel Hemi's ready for a Frank Sanchez?
Hell to the no. I think he should try and fight Alan Babic. I've been saying it for a long time. Those two guys in a ring would be fire. And I think, a final eliminator for maybe what's that new weight division above cruiser? The Bridgerweight division. If he could get a final eliminator against Alan Babic to fight who's the champ?
Rivas.
Oscar Rivas,
Yeah. Okay. Good to have your input on that one. What we're doing now, we're moving along. What time is it now? Damn, we're heading into overtime in a few minutes. So let's try and see what we can cram in for the people. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Super chat button is there at your disposal. Hit all of the good buttons. Okay. So we're moving on now we've covered that. We're moving on to what we're going to do. We've got 3 topics left. We've got the bottom row. We got Sonny Edwards versus Wasim. Did you see that, Iron Kong?
I saw the highlights.
Yeah.
The Sonny Edwards guy, he can move around and all that. He looks like a very talented boxer.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's ever. Well, y'all will educate me tonight. I haven't seen his earlier fights. I haven't seen a lot of his fights. But I saw the highlights of that one.
Yeah.
and he looks very flashy and very slick and all of that. But has he fought anybody that can actually bring pressure and cut the ring off and all of that?
Well, his next fight is the next fight he's proposed is supposed to be against the guy who beat his brother,
Or Martinez?
the guy who just lost to Chocolatito.
Yeah, Martinez.
Okay, Martinez. Yeah. So that's his next fight. I don't know if you saw that fight with his brother.
That's when his brother, he punched his brother in the side and he fell down and
In the third round. In the third round, Martinez punched the other Edwards in the solar plex region, in the liver, in the kidneys, wherever it was. But the way the other Edwards dropped down, it was like he saw his whole life flash before him. He saw the moon and the stars. He saw the his mind flashed back to when to prehistoric days.
That's when he acted like he was fouled or something, so he wanted to get Martinez disqualified.
Well, no, what happened was that Martinez dropped him, and then he clipped him. He hit him again when he was down. It was just a little clip or whatever. It was just like, yeah, I got you. I have that as well. It wasn't a sustain anyway. He hit the man when he was down, but it was an inconsequential punch. And then the fight was awarded to Martinez, and then WBC Morrow was in the building, and he stepped in the ring, talked to some people, and then they said, no, the fight has been adjudged a no contest. And so they changed the decision from Martinez win to a no contest. So Martinez was a world champ for like about 60 seconds.
Was it not a technical draw?
Technical draw. I think it was ruled a no contest, but you know what?
Okay.
Let's go. Can you remember Sonny Edwards' brother's name?
Charlie Edwards.
Oh, that's it.
That's the guy.
Nobody Edwards.
Yeah, he got new teeth and went to Frank Warren after that.
He
got these ugly, them ugly,
the
whites,
the horse teeth, them horse teeth.
Hate them teeth, boy.
So Charlie Edwards, I think that's him. Let's have a look. Yeah.
Whatever happened to him?
Charlie Edwards. Damn. Well, let's have a look. Charlie Edwards. His last fight was what? December 2021. So it wasn't too long ago, a few months ago. Jacob Barreto. Jacob Barreto. Bethnal Green. Your call. That's a small hall show. 1 TKO. The fight before that was Kyle Williams. 2020. What is that? September 2020. So that was a whole year out. Kyle Williams, he won that on points over 10 rounds. And the fight before that, Julio, am I even sharing this? Julio Cesar Martinez. Let me share. Let me show you. Let me show you. Julio Cesar Martinez. That was what? That was 2019, August the 31st, 2019, ruled a no contest. Over it was finished in the third round, ruled a no contest, but only after Martinez was anointed the champion, had his hands raised aloft. WBC Morrow came in and said, no, this is a no contest. There was a punch after the fighter was on the ground. And so we have to make sure this is a no contest. I don't even know if, but it's clear Charlie, and it was talking about a rematch, and I said, and it was just obvious. There's no way in hell Charlie Williams was going to be crazy enough to step back in the ring with Julio Cesar Martinez. The way he folded to that shot, you'll never forget it. He will never forget it, and there's no way he would take a rematch, and I don't blame him. Getting folded up like that must have been hella painful. So who are we talking about? Sonny. What did I think about the fight? I thought it was an interesting fight. I knew that Wasim I knew that Wasim was gonna bring it, and yeah, Charlie's got some. Not Charlie. Sonny's got some skills, but if he goes in against Martinez, I think he's gonna get folded up just as bad. But he said he wants to fight, so he's obviously confident in his ability to get on his toes, stay on his bike, bap bap bap, get a couple of punches in here and there, circle out. He's got movement, and he's got IQ. He does have IQ. He does have IQ in there. But okay, he wants to fight. Let's see the fight. That'd be a hell of a fight. Big boys boxing. Martin, did you see the Wasim fight? And if you did,
yeah, I saw the second half of it anyway. It looks a little more competitive than I thought it was going to be. There's a lot of guys fighting in uncompetitive, pretty much predetermined fights at the moment. So I pick and choose which fights I'm watching at the moment. But yeah, I thought Wasim did better than what I thought he was going to do. And yeah, Sonny Edwards does need to fight Martinez, I think, but doesn't Martinez have to fight that guy that he had the no contest against first? That was one of the conditions.
Oh yeah.
Of him being allowed to fight Chocolatito.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possibly the case. But I was hearing that that might be Sonny Edwards' next fight. But I don't know. That's a good point. It's a good point you make. I don't know how that's going to work out.
Sonny might need an interim fight, but I think that fight will happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's 4 different champions at flyweight, so he's got plenty to choose from.
Plenty of options. How do you fancy his chances against Martinez, Sonny Edwards?
Well, it could be a little more competitive than many think. I do think Martinez is going to win, but the way he wings in big shots and how Sonny Edwards is pretty good on his feet and can move fairly well and pot shot from the outside, it could be a bit of a problem for Martinez. It could be a lot more competitive than we think, but I'll still be picking Martinez for possibly a late stoppage, I think, in that fight.
Yeah, that's how I go. That's how I'd be going. Iron Kong, did you see the fight? If not,
you mean the fight with Sonny?
Sonny Edwards and Wasim, yeah.
I saw highlights. I didn't see the entire fight.
That's cool.
But in terms of how him and Martinez will go, right? So
yeah,
Martinez is somebody who I've always thought is what he lacks in my opinion, technical ability. He makes up in a lot of ferocity. This kid is, he's just come forward. He don't care. He will block shots with his face. I think that dude is gonna have a problem later on in life. But for right now, how he comes forward nonstop is a problem. Sonny would have to be, and he will be wise to stay on his bike. And I think he has a good chance to win the fight.
Sonny has a good chance, you say?
Sonny, yes. He has a good chance because if he can stay on his bike and not get cornered off, ignore the crowd, and really box and move.
Yeah.
Because the crowd is going to be, come on, fight. But Martinez's strength is the fact that he comes forward and he traps you on the ropes and he tries to, get you. Yeah. Sonny, to me, has a good chance to win the fight. But does he have, I guess, enough power to make Martinez respect him? Because Martinez walks through punches because he doesn't block too much. He doesn't really care too much. And he's just going to walk through the punches. Sonny has to be a real box and move all night, 12 rounds. He can win the fight, in my opinion.
Interesting. Alexandra Ilbs. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Up in the building. How do you do? Good to have you. Yeah. Charlie Edwards dropped the belt as soon as they started talking about a rematch. OMG. Yeah. What do I want to think about? Okay. So what are we doing now? Okay, we're at the 1 hour 30 minutes mark. You know, that's when the Raphie shuts down the generators. Okay, did anybody see the? No, in fact, I'm not even gonna get it. I'm not even gonna get to that. Okay, so what we'll get into is, did anybody see the hot boxing with Jamal
Oh my God.
Charlo and Mike Tyson? Did anybody see that?
I think everybody's.
Oh, Mike put him on the spot, didn't he?
Wow. Wow.
He put him on the spot. And credit to Charlo though, he was honest. You know, he was honest in saying Canelo's the man at the moment. He's the pound for pound number one right now.
Yeah.
You know, and he also said that he didn't want the fight at 1.2, didn't he? Earlier on when he was offered it, but he's ready for it now. So,
Man, Charlo exposed a lot of things about him, the PBC, just everything. It was, to me, he was honest, but it was honesty where Mike Tyson is looking for you to be more assertive, more demanding, more serious about. He's like, nah, Mike, it ain't like how it was in your day. Now it's about publicity and marketing. And who are you talking to? Mike Tyson had video games named after him. Who are you talking to?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, these guys are talking like Mike Tyson fought in the 50s. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mike Tyson did more pay-per-views than most of these young people still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jamal Charlo exposed a lot about himself, his mentality. He's still talking about he wants to unify. You could have fought Andre. Fought Andre? No. And then now it's, Canelo is a great fighter and all this. I mean, that's cool and all that. But do you want to fight this man or not? Because you had every opportunity to accept the fight other people, and you refuse. So I think that whole interview for me, Jamal is he's just so scatterbrained. It shows that he's not in control of his own career. He has no say in his career. And it's just really unfortunate that this young man doesn't seem to know if he's coming or going. Hey, man.
Big boys boxing.
Man, the best part of that interview for me was, okay, if you can't fight Canelo right now, then you fight the next best guy. That's what Mike was telling him. He just didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to do. He didn't want to offend Al Heyman for not letting him fight any other network fighters.
Yeah.
But it's not all about publicity. Everybody knows that if you're not fighting the best and you got a belt, you duck it. You ducking.
It's
that.
Yeah. It's almost, what is it? What is it now? It's almost like the business. I think the business appears to dictate the fighter's mentality. Over there. The business appears to be dictating the fighter's mentalities. That's a hypothesis. I put it to you, the gentlemen of the panel and the gentlemen and the ladies of the chat. I put it to you. It's a question. Is this a result of? Is this the fallout of Mayweather? You can't lose a fight. If you lose a fight, you're no good mentality. You got to, the wins count more than who you beat. I'm not saying that's Mayweather. Is it the case now that they've taken that and they've diverted it, they've distorted it, they've contorted it, and now it's come to a situation in certain sectors, in certain fields, in certain areas, in certain companies, certain promotional umbrellas? Has it become the case now that it's as good to beat a bunch of also-rans and maintain your O? It's as good to do that as it is to, or it's probably better to do that than fight top-ranking fighters and collect some O's along the way. It's preferable to fight some also-rans and maintain your O. Fight also-rans, maintain your O, or fight the best of the crop and ultimately lose sometimes. It was the old way. The old way was you fight the cream of the crop and you accept that some of the times you're going to lose. This new way, supported by certain promotional outfits, means that now you're better off fighting also rounds and maintain your O. Talk to me, the Iron Kong.
I think that's how it's going, right? But I don't know if it's Floyd's fault or these fighters' fault, because Floyd actually had to fight. Oscar De La Hoya fought people. What's interesting, though, is that no, people like Floyd and Oscar are the ones pushing the ducking sort of stuff, where you don't fight nobody. You got Oscar doing that with Ryan and all these people, and Floyd with Tank, and all these people, right? All I'm saying to you is, you have a situation where Jamal Charlo has a twin brother. They box both of them on the same card. That thing didn't even pull in. That thing barely pulled in over 200,000 views in the whole of North America, wherever the pay-per-view was sold.
Yeah.
That should have sent a signal to the fighter and his handlers. We got to do something different. We got to do something different. So I don't know whose fault it is really, because the fighter has to have some control over his career. You can't tell me you're seeing your pay-per-view, your one pay-per-view do nothing, and you still sit there like you're chilling, like it's okay. He even said in the interview, "Oh, I'm getting older. I'm almost out of here. I'm 30-something years old." So what you waiting on, brother? The fights are there for you. The fights are there for you. What you waiting on, brother? So I don't know whose fault it is, Raphie, to be honest. I don't know.
Big boys boxing. Whose fault is this new mentality?
Well, Oscar and Floyd have to take some responsibility. They finished their careers. They made boxing promoting companies, and they've taken on some decent fighters. But what gets me and what I don't get is why they're doing business contrary to how they did it when they were fighting. They're not doing it. They're putting so much emphasis on preserving that O, that their fighters aren't getting into the fights that they should be in. And they seem to be trying to use social media to appeal to the casual fighters against these other opponents that are nowhere near on their level, and trying to suck them in and make them believe that just because they got an O and 20 or 30 wins, that they're the best thing since sliced bread. But I don't know, maybe it's because we're a little bit older than some of the younger generation watching boxing these days. They seem to get sucked into it, but those of us who watched boxing through the golden era know that it's not supposed to be like that. And, we call out ducks when we see them. And, it's also Leonard Allaby. I don't like how he's managing Tank Davis, how they're getting on with that. Saying that he's a superstar and his pay-per-view numbers are through the roof, but they won't release the pay-per-view numbers because they are crap.
For real.
It's like they're banging their head against a brick wall trying to make money out of a stone because they're not fighting the right people. It sucks. And, PBC's Isolation Island are no better.
Well, see, the thing is that this is no different to what I've always known from PBC. This is just confirmation of the PBC mentality, but I didn't need it confirming. I already knew what this does, what that show did, was it just kind of brought it out in the open. Brought it out in the open that what we already know.
Indeed.
I mean, sorry, Raphie, I just got
carry on. Carry on.
The whole idea. Like, remember Oscar De La Hoya after Ryan Garcia beat Luke Campbell? Oh, everybody needs Ryan now. You know, Ryan don't need them. They need Ryan. This is a man who fought he had to fight the fights to get where he is. And these are the guys promoting the most ducking now. The PBC ain't built no $1 million star like that. Floyd Mayweather made his bones on the top rank.
Yeah.
Right? The PBC hasn't proven to me that they can do that with no other fighter. So why is Jamal Charlo sitting there talking about, you know, it's about marketing? If it's about marketing, then brother, they're not even doing that right. They're not even doing that right. So they're not marketing you right. They're not putting your fights that you need to be in. What they're doing right for you? That's my question.
They got to have the right stuff to market too. If they're not in the right fights, they can't market beating up bums. What's that going to do for you?
Beating up bums. The only solution is to fight the top guys, but they're not going to fight the top guys because they've got the PBC model is that they need champions. They have TV contracts. They have to provide, I think I saw one contract which said that they had to provide X amount of championship fights per year. So with their model, with the PBC model, their priority is to keep champions. And however, unfortunately, that runs contradictory to what boxing fans want to see. Boxing fans ultimately want to see the best fight the best. And with the PBC model, that simply doesn't happen. Rarely happens. If it does happen, it's by happenstance. It's not part of their business model to have their champions fight the best. And does it shock me? No, it's something I already know. Is it unfortunate? Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Am I going to hold my breath waiting for it to happen? Absolutely not. I'm not going to hold my breath. It's the PBC model. They fight under the PBC umbrella, so they ain't going to risk fighting the best. They're going to sit there waiting, twiddling their thumbs, sitting on their hands, waiting for the Canelo to bless them. But Canelo said, "Yo, you go and fight each other, and I'll fight the winner of all of you lot." That makes perfect sense to me. I'm cool with that. These lot need to start fighting each other. The Iron Kong. We're coming to the end of this shiznix.
You're damn right. If you can't get the fight you want, take out the competition to get that fight. That's how you get there.
Seems logical, but you know, it don't seem to be what's happening.
Would you liken the PBC model to UFC? Even though they're in a market where there's multiple platforms, unlike the UFC. There's only 2 platforms with MMA, and they don't mix.
Well, the top in the MMA, top fight, the best fight the best all the time.
All the time.
Well, you don't see UFC fighters fighting Bellator fighters, though, do you? Ever?
Don't see them fighting what?
Bellator fighters.
Bellator. No. It's no. They're in amongst themselves. But the PBC wanted to do that anyway. They wanted to create their own belt, if you remember. PBC wanted to create their own belt and have everything in-house.
The problem is what you can't, you can't run a business where you want to be in your own silo, but still have access to the sanctioning body belts that other people are fighting for. And then when you capture sanctioning bodies belts, you hide them belts over in your silo. You can't do that. At least in MMA, everybody knows the organizations run within themselves.
Yeah.
Every now and again, you see cross promotions. The UFC used to cross promote with Pride at one point.
Yeah.
Until they had to buy Pride.
Yeah.
Pride did not send back fighters to the UFC, but the UFC sent fighters to Japan to fight in Pride. Bellator has a deal with Rising where they have people coming from Japan to Bellator to Japan, but you don't see the American organizations cross promoting with each other. Right? No. You don't see it.
You don't see that, but they try to get the best fighters, and they have the best fighters fight each other. So, and the PBC don't even do that within the PBC, much less outside of the PBC.
That's true. That's true.
So, yeah, no, I don't see the PBC doing what the UFC do, which is have the best fighters fight the best fighters. They don't care. They don't really care about the individual fighters as such. They just care that the best are fighting the best. The PBC. Would I want to see the PBC model come to the UFC model come to boxing? Not really. Problem is with that is that the fighters over there get very poorly treated when it comes to pay. It's very top heavy. The money stays at the top. It don't really trickle down very well in the UFC. So that aspect of it, I don't appreciate, but I do appreciate the fact that the best fight the best, and that doesn't appear to be in the PBC model. Golden Boy just pulled out Benavidez from a fight with who was Benavidez fighting again? Charlo. So they just pulled him out. So they got Ryan Garcia over there at Golden Boy. So yeah, Golden Boy aren't strangers to the same damn thing.
Don't forget they pulled out Munguia out of that other fight too.
Damn.
I think Golden Boy is now satisfied with being just a local, regional promotion. They're not even trying to be anything bigger. They've just now decided, you know what, we're going to just do all our little fights or little cards here for the Mexican fans in just this little area. That's it.
Yeah, we'll just make enough money to cover Oscar's habit, and that'll do us.
That'll do it.
His fishnets and his kitchen utensils, and that'll do it. But the fight doctor comes out with his the joke of the night. Joshua's opposition has been second rate for the whole of his career. You can always trust the fight doctor to come up with the joke of the night. Meanwhile, Deontay Wilder was over there fighting on a damn cruise ship in his 30th fight or something like that. Don't make me laugh, mate.
Hey, let me just big up Don King for showing them young boys how it's done.
Yeah.
Winning pause bids.
Damn. I'm gonna have to pull that up, ain't I? 2, 4, 6. Don't want to keep
$3.1 million. Where did he get that money? Who did he lie to?
I'm gonna have to pull that up. Don King wins.
It's on Boxing Scene.
Yeah, I should have gone to Boxing Scene, shouldn't I?
I dropped the link in the chat earlier.
Oh, did you? Oh yeah. Oh, my bad. What's going on here? Right. This website uses cookies to ensure you get the best experience on our website. Thanks. Doesn't even give me the option to say no thanks. Okay. Okay, so let's pull this article up. People been talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. Let me have a look for myself. Let the Raphie see for himself, and let's get this big girl. What the hell is that? So you can see too. Okay, is that big enough for everybody to read? Dang, it's more than big enough. Let's have a look here. Okay, let's keep it like that. It's crazy big. Okay, so Don King Productions won the bidding for the World Boxing Association's World Heavyweight Championship bout between American Trevor Bryan and the Brit Daniel Dubois. Okay, the event took place this Monday, March the 21st, via Zoom, and the team representing Bryan, with Don King himself present at the purse bid, won the rights to promote the bout with a bid of $3,116,001 and won. You know what I mean? That's some old school tricks. You know what I'm saying? I use them same strategies on eBay. But for some strange reason, I keep on getting to the final. I keep on getting to the final bidding last. And when the thing's damn close, I do the calculations, and when I get to it, the auction's closed. I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, just missed out on some trainers just before we went live. Most unfortunate. Okay. The winning promoter gave June the 18th as the date of the fight, whilst as possible venues are London, England, South Florida, United States, and New York, United States. The next bid came from Queensbury Promotions, which offered the amount of $2,503,000. You see, you forgot to put the one at the end. Damn it. What's going on? Proposed to hold a fight in Derby. Derby? That's just 30 miles up the road from me. England. On May the 21st, as the first option, the Midlands, Middle Earth. Okay, now Don King Productions will have 20 days to send the contracts signed by both parties starting this Monday, March the 21st, date on which the bidding took place. Okay. Dang. Thanks to everybody for pointing me in the direction Don King Productions wins of this happening, this occurrence. Raphie just came in straight from work. The gym, jumped in the shower, ate, and then guess what? It's time to go live. It's time to go live. There ain't really much downtime between then and now. You know what? I think, gentlemen, we've done it. I think, by Jove, we've done it. Gone way over time. Yes, Big Boys Boxing. Thanks for joining us. He's got his own channel, Big Boys Boxing. Your final words, please.
Yeah, I hope this fight actually makes it to the ring with Don King and his shenanigans. I hope it ends up in England too, because if you're being real, Trevor Bryan doesn't have any fans anywhere. So go for the Daniel Dubois fans. Yeah. And there is a heavyweight fight in a couple of days down under here with former All Black and rugby league star Sonny Bill Williams taking on a former rugby league player in Barry Hall who has a professional record and can fight a bit, so it could be quite interesting. It's in Australia, if you can find a link to watch it. So, but thank you very much for having me on. It's always a pleasure, and I hope everyone stays safe, and we'll catch you all next time.
Hey, much appreciation. That goes out to the Big Boys Boxing. He's got his own channel. Don't be afraid to go over there and say hi. So thank you to Big Boys Boxing. And then there were two. Iron Kong, thanks for taking that time out of your day to jump on over here. Your final words, please.
Yeah, shout out to Devin Haney for finally getting that fight. George Kambosos tried to turn Lomachenko into a deserter from his war. I don't know if Usyk will desert his post and come to fight Anthony Joshua, because that's what I would consider him, a deserter for leaving a war. Your people are being bombed.
How the hell are you going to leave the war? You stay and fight.
You come to fight a boxing match. So Lomachenko said, you know what, I'll stay back here and do what I have to do. So shout out to Devin Haney for getting that fight. Yeah, fight that you're supposed to get. And best of luck to you, brother. What else? Big up to Don King, man. Only in America. That's how we do it, right? Trevor Bryan, Daniel Dubois, MGM Grand Arena. Get it done. All right, Raphie.
Done.
I want to have a good evening,
Hey, it's 28 minutes to the hour of midnight. It's done over here, my friend.
You don't walk in the mornings.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, brother. You're a strong man, boy. Hey, peace to you, King.
Hey, that was the Iron Kong, our man in the Caribbean. Okay, yeah, Raphie got work in the morning. Still got post-production with this shiznix. I can't leave, neither can Usyk. So Eddie's saying Usyk and Joshua in June. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Although I think it could still happen. Because I don't see the war going on long. I don't see it as a long war. I could be totally wrong. It's just my feeling. I don't see it going on long. So I think Usyk could face Joshua in June. Me, personally, I want to see the belts come back to the UK. I want to see the belts come back to old Blighty. I want all the heavyweight belts in Blighty. And what's the best way? What's the most likely way that will happen? The most likely way that will happen is if Anthony Joshua has an interim fight in the interim period with another southpaw, just to get the machine oiled. Not to say he can't beat Usyk if they fight next. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the best chance of Joshua having a beating Usyk is to have an interim fight with another southpaw, just to oil the machine. So by the time he fights Usyk again, that's 3 fights against a southpaw. Yeah. So Tone said the other day, so, hey, I ain't in Team Joshua. I understand that. But I do want to see all of the heavyweight belts right here in the UK. That's what I want to see, mate. That's what I want to see. I want to see the belts back here in the UK. But I do believe it's very possible that Usyk could be free to fight in June. I don't see this thing longing out. I don't see it being all longed out. Don't see it, mate. Don't see it, although it is possible. Although it is possible. Let's have a look. Is there anything? What was the title of this piece? Malik Scott dropped. Berlanga rolls. Boxing talk with Raphie. 356. 356. 356. Yeah. Some of the Russian top cats want to overthrow Putin. He's hurting their pockets. Yeah. But some of them same top cats, he made them. He threw out the original people who owned the oil fields, and he put in, allegedly, Putin put in people who were loyal to him. I could do a whole show on that. We ain't going to do that. It's 4 minutes to the hour of midnight, and Raphie got work in the morning. Does Raphie deserve a little piece of cheesecake? Just a little slither? Just a little slither with some natural yogurt on top? Hey? That's a little good night tummy lining. I got the cheesecake in the fridge and it's on my mind. It's on my mind. Okay. That was another thing. There was another element that I wanted to talk about. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know I could do that. What the hell? I just found out a new technique, a new thing by accidentally pressing a button. That's why they say when you're buying a new car, press every button. Remember that. Damn, inflammatory stuff. All right, inflammatory stuff. Like I said, yeah, press every button to find out what works. You know what I mean? Depending on the circumstances, situation, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So, what else is there for me to say? You have been in tune to Boxing Talk with Raphie. We covered a veritable myriad number of topics. And joined by the Iron Kong and the Big Boys Boxing. You know, we got some support, sponsorship support, super chats by, hold on a second, let me get this right. Let me go into, what is this? Action required. Dang, action required. We're talking about submit tax information. Isn't that rather intrusive? Isn't that rather intrusive? They're asking the Raphie for tax information. How dare they? Super chats by Audi alias TT and the Kent S. Hey, much appreciation. Much appreciation. Okay. Appreciation for that. All donations. Everybody who hit that like button. Everybody who hit that subscribe button. Everybody who hits that share button. Share this out. Share this out to the world. To the world. Okay. Way past the Raphie's bedtime. Thank you. The Iron Kong, the Big Boys Boxing, the Audi alias TT, the Kent S, moderators, L, Philip Carl Roberts, everybody who took time out to join us today. Yeah, trying to get Raphie tax information. They're trying to trick me into divulging one of my offshore banking arrangements. They think the Raphie was just born yesterday. I don't know if many of you people remember what do you call him? A jockey, a horse jockey called Lester Piggott. They had him all up in court. UK guy. Dead now, R.I.P. They had him all up in court saying that he owes the taxman this, and that. X amount of millions that he owes to the taxman. You know, Lester Piggott fought it, went to court, lost the case. Oh, no, sorry, even before he went to court. He disputed it, and then they came to a settlement figure. This is before court. And this is how he shot himself in the foot. He paid the taxman, something like $1 million out of an account they didn't know he had. Out of an account they didn't know he had. And that's when the taxman really went up his ass. They went up his ass with a fine-tooth comb. With a periscope. He ended up paying the millions and sitting in jail. OMG. They're trying to do the same thing. They're trying to do the same thing to the Raphie. The Raphie ain't gonna fall for them little, what do you call that? What do you call that? The okie doke. Raphie ain't gonna fall for no okie doke with the tax man. Hell nah. Okay. It's been good having you. I'll leave it on that note. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comments. It's the shares. And it is the hitting the bell icon. Stay dated. To stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And we are out. Blessed.